I wasn't expecting the Spanish inquiry. We literally gave you a 1 month's notice. Persia treated their subjects with respect and raised their quality of life. Athens, unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. Politics in 20s Germany. Politics in 40s Germany. Apollo 1 crew dies due to usage of 100% pure oxygen. NASA noted. Latin America. This is my new economic ally. Rest of the world. Latin America. This is the 7th empire in a row that plunders you. When you see a historical meme and understand it without using Wikipedia. Insecurity. I will always be a part of you. Anxiety. I wonder what could go wrong. John Rockefeller. I will take your oil through any means possible. When you raise $3.77 worth of aid for the USA during the Great Depression. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Medieval peasants. When the local priest is preaching in Latin, he is speaking the language of God. If I had a nickel for every European country that supported the VK, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that Sweden did it. When some Belgian mining companies mess up the situation in Congo, so you as an Irishman are under siege by French mercenaries in a small city in the Katanga region. And Frank makes a diary which is usually meant to be personal. Her in heaven, seeing people publishing and selling millions of copies of her diary 76 years later. The Enlightenment. Declaration of the Rights of Man. Storming the Bastille. The Terror. English. Build the largest trebuchet ever built. Scots. Try to surrender before it's even finished. King Edward I. Just wanting to see how it works. Proceed with the operation. You may fire when ready. George Washington doesn't want to be president. The US makes him president anyways. Washington. Poland. You tried to Germanize us and tried to eradicate our culture. Germany. I'm so sorry for what happened. Please forgive me. Slovenia. You tried to Germanize us, but we took your influence and incorporated it in our culture. Austria. I'm proud of you, son. Learning the history of Western Europe. Learning the history of post-communist countries. A brief history of Balkan Peninsula. Baron von Steuben storming into Washington's tent to yell at him and criticize him for the horrible condition of his soldiers and camp. George Washington, who doesn't speak Russian, wondering who this angry yelling guy is. EMI withdrawing their funding for Monty Python's Life of Brian. George Harrison financing the movie for £4 million because I wanted to see the movie. Germany, after receiving the Treaty of Versailles, got no time to read reviews while I'm working on the sequel. This onion won't make me cry. Only 1% of ancient literature survives today. How society wants men to dress. How men want to dress. Millions of people can't pay for information they need. Larry Sanger inventing Wikipedia. It ain't much, but it's honest work. People trying to give meanings to Salvador Dali's paintings. Salvador Dali. Nikola Tesla, when the newspapers start claiming he invented a death ray. You confused rays with beams. Napoleon conquers Prussia. Napoleon visits the grave of Frederick the Great. Napoleon. Now here was a king, a truly great ruler, a truly great soldier. If he was still in charge, I never would have conquered Prussia. The current king of Prussia, standing right there. What if you were enjoying the socio-environmental benefits of public transit, but General Motors said, drive? When you say to your friends, gee, this Robespierre guy's getting a little carried away with the guillotine. Je suis inevitable. It's 1930s America and you just beat up one of your classmates who insulted you. After school he points to you and starts talking to his dad in Italian. What are all these inventions, Nick? Nikola Tesla, super cool stuff you wouldn't understand. When you're an Irish immigrant to the US in 1863 and you just got off the boat, You're invited to the Union Army. Join or join.